If I could do one and one thing only in Atlanta, it would be go to the Claremont Lounge. It is one of the oldest strip clubs in Atlanta.
I would go to the Plaza Theater and see the Rocky Horror Picture Show. It is the longest running Rocky Horror Picture Show in the country. The people there are great, and if it's your first time, they will kiss you.
One of the most famous strippers is Blondie. She can crush a beer can between her boobs.
If I could do one thing and one thing only in Atlanta, I would attend an Atlanta United game at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, the coolest stadium in the world.
I think I would go see a show at the Tabernacle. It's a converted church and they still have the stage and it looks like a pulpit.
I would go to Pond City Market and shop and eat all of the great food there.
It would be to go to church, Sister Louisa's Church of the Underworld.
It has everything you could need if you have only one place to go.
There's no other bar like it ever.
It's connected to the Beltline where you could walk around outside.
If I could do one and one thing only in Atlanta, it would be to walk the Beltline. But there's a very specific way you have to do it. You have to start at the park.
I'd visit Piedmont Park and the Botanical Gardens, and the Botanical Gardens are pretty great because they go on for a few miles.
And then you walk south on the Beltline, all the way down, and then you get to Krog Street Tunnel.
Krog Street Tunnel, it's super sketchy, and you'll see everyone spray painting graffiti on there. It's like the one place where it's allowed and it's fine.
This section of the Beltline is prime Atlanta.
I would go to Vickery Creek Waterfall and Wildlife Trail.
I would go to the Oakland Cemetery.
It's a great place to get away from the city. It gives a nice balance between nature and city life.
And it's like right in the middle of the city, and it's a huge plot of land, and it's really well kept.
If I could do just one thing in Atlanta, I'd go to the Varsity.
So there's this place called Vortex. They have like award-winning food and drinks.
It's one of those places that if you were running for president or running for office, that's an iconic place you would stop.
They have an entree, I think it's called the Heart Attack Burger.
I will usually get onion rings, chili cheese dog, chili slaw dog, and you gotta get a frosted orange.
I think like the buns are like grilled cheeses. Like it's like a grilled cheese on top, like a grilled cheese on bottom.
If I could do one and only one thing in Atlanta, it would be going and eating at Little Bangkok.
I would gorge myself in Philly cheesesteaks at the Philly cheesesteak shop.
My go-to order is their chicken fried rice. It's delicious.
You're gonna want to do light onions because they pile them about this high if you don't.
So at Jenny's Ice Cream, it's right next door to the restaurant. They have ice cream, it's goat cheese ice cream with red cherries.
We go to Superica for margs and tacos.
Like really creamy, but like a little sour from the goat milk. It's really good, don't knock it till you try it.
The chef that owns the restaurant lived in Texas for a while and brought it back to Atlanta. It's a good flair on Tex-Mex.
I'd go to Elmire and Little Five Points and get a grizz and a pad thai burrito.
I would go to Fado's Irish Pub.
I would go to Kimball House. If you ever go, try the new Tokyo. Very good.
So a grizz is a mini Corona filled the rest of the way with a shot of tequila.
They have pretty good beer, different things to choose from depending on the mood, or a cocktail.
It's a mixture of gin and maybe scotch and some sort of pear juice.
It's if you watched a movie and went to a bar where a bunch of metalheads were hanging out, like that would be it basically.
There's also a special song that they play at the end of the night if you stay long enough. And the tune goes like, "How dry I am."